Hey, this is C&D Channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for you. We're going to be doing our predictions for UFC Fight Night 61, Mir versus Bigfoot Silva, which happens on February 22nd. What do you think about this card, my man?
Overall, it's okay. It's not
Lots of prospects, though, right?
not a prospect, and it's okay.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, the main event's kind of, yeah.
Like okay, but it's free, right?
It is,
So
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, do you just want to get right to it?
Let's go right to
it. Okay. So, and the main event, it was actually supposed to be like Rashad Evans versus Glover Teixeira.
See, I will watch it now.
Yeah. But now it is Francisco Mir versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
This is interesting about it. In the beginning, I think I like Frank Mir, but he just can't beat anybody who has a heavy hitting.
True. Very true, man. Whether it's Shane Carwin, Lesnar, anyone with remotely heavy hands. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're strong, Frank Mir is just gonna lose.
Yeah.
So again, that tells you Bigfoot is my choice.
Yeah. Bigfoot's my choice too. He's got an 18-6 record with 1 draw, 13 wins by KO or TKO, and 3 wins by sub. Guy's hands are huge.
Exactly. And he's 6'4", right?
Yeah, 6'4". Mir's 6'3" though.
Well, but he's also BJJ black belt.
So is Frank Mir actually.
Well, Frank Mir that's what he does.
Yeah.
But this guy can beat up people.
Yeah, he can also he knocked out the Overeem and Travis Brown.
And he has a good wrestling, so I'm not too afraid the ground game. I think he come back out. He have a strong ground and pound anyway. Like how I just overall it's gotta go to a Bigfoot.
Yeah, there are certain questions in this fight though.
Okay, what is it?
With Antonio Bigfoot Silva, he is off of testosterone replacement therapy.
Oh wow.
When you saw him fight Arlovsky, he looked kind of slow and lethargic.
So you would say his standout defense might be weak then?
It might be even more compromised.
Oh wow.
Frank Mir, I had to say this though. This is kind of like the fight of like the winner is like who's gonna look less worse. It's like who's gonna wear it less.
Remember how you asked me how am I looking this card? That's why.
Yeah.
It's just like who is the less loser?
Yeah.
I'm not saying they are loser. I mean they can beat me out any day. I just saying.
Yeah, in the UFC, in the sporting perspective. I mean, Frank Mir has a 16-9 record, 3 wins by KO or TKO, 9 wins by sub, but 7 losses by KO or TKO.
And he is in 4-5 losing streak.
Yeah. Bigfoot Silva, though, has 5 of his 6 losses by KO or TKO. But he doesn't have that crazy losing streak.
Exactly.
4-fight losing streak for Frank Mir, who is a former UFC heavyweight champion. But, man, when that guy gets hit, he does not react well to getting hit clean.
Well, you sold out back the day with Anderson Silva.
No,
back in the day, every time.
Yeah, like when you're thinking like even when he fought Nogueira.
Yeah, Nogueira and all that stuff.
Yeah, but like I mean, he won against Nogueira like the second fight, but like he gets wobbled or Junior Dos Santos.
Yes.
I think you're probably talking about like he gets hit and it's like he looks like he's drunk. I mean, it's just he doesn't take hits well anymore. Not to say Bigfoot takes hits that well either, but it's like
he have a heavy hand.
It's not as bad as Frank Mir. I gotta go with Antonio Bigfoot Silva to win that one too.
Okay.
Okay, next fight after that, good fight between 2 up-and-coming prospects.
See, this is more exciting.
Edson Barboza fights Michael Johnson.
I like Michael Johnson, but I will go with Barboza.
Okay, what's so great about Barboza?
I'm gonna give him Johnson like it's great. Good wrestling, and then it's great. He has good stand up, good takedown. I mean, overall it's fantastic. But Barboza, he has a great leg kick.
Oh man, those things are devastating.
He murdered his training partner. He injured the training partner.
I mean,
how do you injure your training partner?
I mean, crazy kicks, man.
The bottom line is kick to me is how you keep distance. As you know, you train.
Mm-hmm.
Kick is the great distance tool,
Mm-hmm.
and having that will make Johnson keep the distance. And he's not just normal kick, my friend. It can damage you. You know, a lot of time we see fight when the fighter was a good kick, your leg can be blue to purple or to you can
like Faber.
Exactly.
Against Otto. Yeah.
Right, and then you will be disabled. You will not able to fight no more.
Actually, yeah, Barboza is the only guy in the UFC to win 2 fights by leg kicks. But you know what, man? He's fighting Michael Johnson here.
Like
Yeah.
I said, I love Michael Johnson. He's great. He's improving with kickboxing. He's wake off his back, but overall he's good. I'm not saying Barboza gonna go take your back, but just saying, I just don't know. This is very devil kick, dude.
Here's the thing, though. Michael Johnson, man, 15-8 record, 7 wins by KO TKO, 2 wins by sub. He does have 6 losses by by submission, but like that shouldn't be much of a threat from Barboza.
Mm-hmm.
He's 28 years. They're both 28 years old, and Michael Johnson's on a 3-fight winning streak, training out the Black Zillions, and his striking really shows. One of the biggest problems with him is he last fought in March 2013.
Okay.
He is a good wrestler, and his kickboxing is really improving. He takes angles. He'll do outside steps and whatnot. His takedown defense is greatly improved. It's hard to even put this guy on his back anymore. Yeah.
Absolutely, but then I don't think Barboza gonna take his back anyway.
Yeah.
We're just gonna play with stand out. We're just gonna strong leg kick. That's pretty much it.
I'll say this. I think Michael Johnson's probably the better boxer, whereas Barboza is most definitely the better kicker.
I give you that, and I also worry about. I hate to say this. I don't know about Barboza's chin.
Yeah, this guy has been dropped by a jab before.
Yes.
He does get dropped by guys like Jamie Varner
Made me cry
and
right now.
Danny Castillo. The reason why I'm going with Michael Johnson is I think he might be able to emulate what Jamie Varner did. High pressure, go forward, and stay in boxing range. Still dangerous because of the kicks. But if he can pressure him, take good angles, and stay within boxing range, I think Michael Johnson can get the win here.
I agree with you, but the only reason I pick up Barboza is once you step in that range, you are asking for kick, and then you know how strong Barboza can kick. So if I can get before you, then I think Barboza can handle this.
That's true. No, that's true. That's definitely true. I was torn on this fight myself. I was gonna go with Barboza, but I think ultimately the chin thing is kind of the difference maker with me. If you know me and our Barboza, I think I've always picked Edson Barboza to win his fight.
That's why I was shocked. How can you not pick? Well, Michael Johnson, I give
but
him
Michael
that.
Johnson, I've always been high on Michael Johnson since he came into UFC as well.
Absolutely.
I've always called him like a dark horse prospect.
Tough fight. I
Yeah.
love Michael Johnson. It's kind of weird for me to choose Barboza, but if there's a head kick, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not surprised.
Cool. Well, next fight is that we got some mid-level guys as Sam Alvey fights Cezar Ferreira. Cezar Mutanch Ferreira.
It's an interesting fight. I got Sam. Who do you got?
I got Cezar Ferreira. I mean, he has an 8 wow, he does not have as much experience as Sam Alvey. Wow, yeah, 8-3 record, 3 wins by KO TKO, 2 wins by sub.
My guy has 24-6-1 records, right? 15 KO TKO, 2 submission, and 28 years old. So we train at Team Crest.
Yeah.
It's good stand out. Good left hook. Oh man, I love left hook. It caught people on surprise.
Yeah.
Average grappling here and there. Good chin though, and then it's good push forward.
Yeah.
I like a standout guy has a good push forward.
Yeah.
Especially
Always keep the pressure.
Especially you have a good chin too. So you're like a tank.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing I like.
With Mutanch, 29 years old, trains out of Black Zillions. He is an Ultimate Fighter Brazil winner. He does have a capoeira background, so he does have really good kicks. He'll throw a lot of flashy kicks as well. But his wrestling's improving. His offensive takedown game is improving. His boxing defense, I always say this about Cezar Mutanz, and it showed in, like, the Dallway fight. He really paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
He got knocked out. He's not a great boxer. He's a great kicker, but he's not a great boxer. He actually tends to get hit clean a lot of times at boxing range.
Well, that's the reason I take Sam, because you look his record, 15 KO TKO.
Yeah.
And he is good with staying out. His left hook can be the one who ends, the fight.
True. Okay. Well, I got Cezar Mutanz. You got Sam Alvey, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next fight after that, Rustam Khabilov fights Adriano Martins. Got Sambo versus Jiu-Jitsu kind of.
I'm a fan for Sambo, but I think Jiu-Jitsu will win this fight because he is big.
Dude, that guy's huge for like 155, man.
Right?
That guy
He's
is like
big,
ginormous.
26-7 records, 12 KO TKO, 3 submission, 2 lost by KO TKO, 32 years old. Big, like you said, big on 155, black belt, jiu-jitsu, good boxing, heavy-handed, and good wrestling.
Yeah, very well-rounded guy. I'm actually, this one's actually a bit tough for me to call because I think Martins might actually be a overall better boxer.
Yes.
And then he's just big for the weight class.
Yes.
But Rustam Khabilov, man, 17-2 record, 4 wins by KO TKO, 5 wins by sub, 28 years old, training out of Jackson Winkledon. He is, he's got the sambo. What can you say? His slams and suplexes are insane.
That suplex is very dangerous.
It will be interesting to see him try that against a guy who's so big, though.
Yeah, that's why I feel that's the reason I take Martin. I know that you have a good clinch. See, Martin is calling you right now.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Connie from Brazil, huh?
Yeah, she said, "Hey, I'm gonna have this fight, and But
yeah,
I can't.
He's gonna beat the Russian Sambo or Dagestani guy.
I can't pick you out right now. But the bottom line is, I just feel he's so big. I know your Sambo guy has a good clinch. To clinch a big 155, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's questionable, right?
I love stand up is good, but it's still in that like improvement. It's still in that like Sambo single big strike stage,
And then Martin has a good heavy-handed, dude.
Yeah.
I think I think he might be able to hit clean.
Actually, that's actually very possible. Actually, I'm pretty high on Adriano Martins for sure. I think you have some good points with being big for the weight class, a legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and his boxing is like legitimately solid.
And this is the key. Okay, this is the key. I choose Martin because I know your guy is good with sample, but Martin has a good wrestling.
Yeah.
So I think his defense will be not that bad. I don't think you can. You can
take him down out.
I don't think you can suplex him.
Or take him down at will.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Unless you will trip with punches.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Khabilov. I think he, despite actually, yeah. Now that you're talking about it, I mean, I'm gonna say it. I think with a guy with his Sambo background, that he will be able to get some of those takedowns on Martins.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll be pretty hard fought, though. I'll go that far. But I think he'll eventually be able to get him. The stand-up does kind of scare me, but I'll stick with Khabilov here.
Okay. I agree. The only thing that you will be Martin is if you do a sample and a suplex, that can end again. But I still think Martin is too big to take down. So we go for that.
Okay. Next right after that, Iuri Alcantara fights Frankie Saenz.
Well, you and I agree with this one, right?
Yeah. Oh, Iuri, man.
Right?
There's
31 fights in the one record, dude.
Yeah.
13 KO, TKO, 12 submission. Why would you not pick this guy?
Yeah, exactly. The only weakness of Iuri Alcantara is he has very weak takedown defense. And if you want to go with this upset pick, Frankie Saenz is a good wrestler. He has a 9-2 record, 3 wins by KO TKO, 2 wins by sub, 35 years old on a 5-fight win streak. One thing is, though, Iuri Alcantara has fought as high as 155, and now this is at 135. Frankie Saenz has fought as low as 125. He is a good wrestler. He's always pushing forward.
Mm-hmm.
He has high pressure, and his stand-up's average.
See, I like Frankie because I feel if we play right,
A wrestling heavy game.
Yeah, you can just top control all day long.
Yeah.
But I feel again, I feel like, good sweep and reversal.
Yeah. When he fought Russell Doan, he did get taken down, but he's hard to keep off his back, and he actually doesn't just attack an armbar or triangle. He's one of the few guys that will go for sweeps.
Yeah.
Or reversals.
How often you see sweep this day?
Yeah. A lot of guys don't do that off their backs. They usually try and get back to their feet or go for a submission, but sweeps and reversals are still something that's not used too much in mixed martial arts for good reason. If you miss them, you're still on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. But I thought that's interesting, and the strong Muay Thai. Don't forget about that.
This guy's Muay Thai. This guy can knock dudes out, man. He has knocked dudes out, like with one punch sometimes.
So as much as he's weak on takedown defense, I feel his Muay Thai and his sweep and reversal might help him out.
Yeah, in a sense, his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game acts as a counter wrestling.
Of course.
As a form of counter wrestling.
Of course.
But his takedown defense kind of sucks. But his ability once he's on the ground, both on his back or on top, is really good. This is a guy that threw Faber. Faber charged at him and he threw him, got him out, took his back, and started just pounding on him.
Exactly. I think Iuri will win this game, but I'm not surprised if Frankie take the wrestling game.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But I still think all guy will win.
Yeah, I'll go with I'll go with Iuri Alcantara myself. And next right after that, Santiago Ponzinibbio fights Sean Strickland.
Who do you have this one? This is interesting.
This one's interesting too. I've always been pretty high on Sean Strickland. There are a couple things that I'm a bit worried about. It is going to be his first cut to 170. He is 15-0 undefeated with 7 wins by KO or TKO, 4 wins by sub. He's only 23 years old. Ponzinibbio is 28. But I do like Strickland's wrestling and his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game. His stand-up is still a work in progress, though.
It's interesting. Usually I take the Jiu-Jitsu guy, you take the striker. But I'm going to go for striker.
Okay, yeah.
That's Santiago, 19-2 record, 11 KO, TKO, okay, 6 submission. That means he can sub 2, okay?
Yeah.
Don't forget, 28 years old, 5 years more experience than you, yours. Trained in the Nogueira, that means he can submit.
Yeah.
Good stand out, heavy-handed. That's why I like it.
He knocked out his last opponent, actually.
Exactly, and good grappling as well. So, I don't know. I just feel he's pretty well-rounded.
Yeah, he's actually not a bad prospect. I want to say, I'm hoping that Sean Strickland can do what he won't be able to do that. I'm hoping he can use a more wrestling and grappling-based style to win.
That would be interesting to see.
Yeah,
that would be interesting to see, and that might be something that I would be surprised. But I feel overall, good stand out, heavy-handed, good grappling. That's the guy I want to choose.
Cool. Okay, so I got Strickland. You got Ponzinibbio. Okay, on to the prelims then for Fox Sports 1. We have a really fun women's fight. This should be a brawl. Yeah, we got Jessica Bate Estaca Andrade. Translates to pile driver.
Pile driver.
Yeah.
A woman is pile driver.
She's actually hit one, I think, in MMA.
Oh, wow.
Versus Marion the Bruiser Reneau.
This is not going to be pretty.
No. That'll be fun. That's a problem.
It's going to be an interesting fight.
Tell me, you like Jessica.
I like Jessica. I think this fight is show again, women's fight can be as intense as you want to be. So people who doesn't believe a woman fight, they got to believe with this fight. 12-3 record, 4 KO, TKO, 6 submission. She pushed forward. 2 lost by KO TKO. That's fine. 23 years old, 3-5 win streak. Okay, his brother.
Oh, she's like a mini
wild.
Vanderlei Silva. I mean,
She's gonna brawl.
when you watch her fight like Rosie Saxon, I mean,
Oh,
she's just
man.
going and like throwing haymakers all day, but like she's like hitting, and it was kind of crazy. She's really aggressive.
Every time she fight, I stand out. It's like I wish I could
Yeah.
go haymaker like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's pushed forward, man. She's so consistent, very aggressive.
Yeah.
It scared the hell out of her opponent.
Yeah.
Good offensive, takedown. Good guillotine.
Yeah, a lot of she has 6 wins by sub.
Yeah.
A lot of those are by guillotine.
Like, she'll push you, she'll beat you out, she'll brawl you, and next thing you know, she'll choke you. What the hell is this? So I just think, she's great.
She's not exactly big for the weight class, though, is she?
Well, she's small and tiny and pretty. What do you want?
She can cut down to 115, man.
Uh,
Marion the Bruiser Reneau, 4-1 record, not as much as experience. 3
Yeah.
wins by KO TKO, 1 win by sub. She's on a 4-fight win streak. Actually, she just fought very recently and won.
Already?
She trains out of Elite Team with the likes of Cody Gibson and Doug
Okay.
Marshall.
Okay.
Her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is actually really good. She's won a couple competitions.
Mhm.
I'm very impressed with her boxing, though. She actually has some very fast hands.
I agree. I'll be honest with you. Jessica is not gonna be as accurate as you was.
She will be the much younger fighter. I believe Marion Reneau's in her mid 30s, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually a PE teacher as well.
Really?
Yeah. Marion Reneau's actually a PE teacher, as long as being an ass kicker too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Overall, I like Jessica because the way she fight. She might not win this game.
Aggressiveness
I still
could
like her.
win. Her aggressiveness could win. She is more experienced.
Exactly.
But I am going to go with her now. She's the bigger fighter. I think she can oblige on the feet. If they're going to go strike for strike,
Mhm.
I think Renault's going to oblige. And I like I said, I like what I see from her boxing.
Well, I'm betting on Jessica was pushing forward, aggressive, heavy-handed, guillotine. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay, next fight we got some I guess lower level guys. It's Matt Dwyer fights Macario.
Rock, paper, season now?
I'm going with Macario, but both of them are 7-2. I didn't realize. They're like
this is like 50-50.
Okay, so Macario 5 wins by KO TKO. Your guys has 7.
Mm-hmm.
1 win by sub. 23 years old. He's 5'11", and Matt Dwyer's 6'4".
But your guy's very green though.
Yeah, your guy's kind of green too.
Well,
I mean,
they're both green. Yours greener.
He definitely does some weird defensive stuff and whatnot. There's still stuff about Macario that's very awkward.
Yeah.
But his stand up is good and he is heavy handed, and I think he's at least a little more polished in the stand up, I think, than Dwyer.
I agree. Dwyer is heavy-handed as well. His defense is weak, and then he's reckless too.
He is reckless, but he is taller, and he is a finisher too. He's never been to decision.
Well, yeah, and he's heavy-handed, and he's taller. His maybe length is longer. I don't know. This is just either or.
Yeah,
Either.
I'm going with Macario.
I'm not confident on this one. I go with Dwyer.
Cool. Next fight after that, Tiago Trator dos Santos fights Mike De La Torre.
I think we can agree with this one.
Yeah, Trator, man. That
Yeah,
guy's
right?
yeah, man. You tell me about it, man.
19-4-2-1 records, okay? And then he has 7 KO, TKO, 6 submission, 3 loss by submission. Let's forget about that. 27 years old, 10 fighting winning streak,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
And then why is he good? He trained out what?
Team Nogueira, man. Just like
Come on.
the other guy you picked, Santiago Ponzinibbio.
That's why I have to pick him.
Yeah.
Overall, first
It
cut
will
was
be his first cut to
145.
145. You don't know how that's going to turn out.
But then, he has great good stand out, good grappling. I just think
Well
overall,
rounded.
very well rounded.
Mike De La Torre is actually a tough guy. He's 12-4 record with 1 no contest.
But he lost 3 submission.
Yeah.
He lost 3 by
Yeah.
submission, right?
Well, same with Trator.
I
But,
know.
He has 5 wins by KO TKO, 6 wins by sub. Trains out at MMA Lab with the likes of Benson Henderson, Alex Cezar, and those guys. His stand-up's good. I remember he fought, I forgot the guy's name. A guy who's long retired, but he showed really good takedown defense. And, Yeah, solid stand-up, but
overall they both are good.
yeah, they're both good, but I think
Trator's
Trator.
better, right?
I think Trator's just a bit more well-rounded and just a little better. You know, has definitely more potential.
I think so. And they're both good. Trator, that's why I pick.
Yeah, same here. And next fight after that, we have striker versus grapplers. Wendell Oliver fights T.J. Waldburger.
You know, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
I always pick a T.J. Waldburger.
Yeah.
Why you pick T.J. Waldburger?
You know what, man? I
What's
know
wrong
his
with
chin
you?
sucks. His
His chin sucked, dude.
Okay, Waldburger, 16-9 record, 1 win by TKO, 13 wins by sub.
Yeah, of
He also-
course.
He also has 7 losses by KO TKO.
Mhm.
And some of them are bad. I mean, this guy has had to be carried off in a stretcher by Adlan Amagov one time. He gets some bad knockouts. He's 26 years old on a 2-fight losing streak. He's actually only won 1 of his last 4, and he last fought in February 2014. Could be good for him because he's probably relaxing his brain, which got knocked out by Mike Pye on his last fight.
Okay, you need to talk about good power about him.
Okay, here's the good stuff. He is a strong, aggressive Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. He will go for high-risk moves. This guy will go for flying stuff. If he's off his back, triangle, arm bars, he'll transition from them.
Here we go.
His stand-up actually isn't that bad. He actually has some I'd say it's average, but it's not bad.
I think he just
But his
he's
chin...
just a track, haymaker, that's all.
I mean, it's a little more polished than that. But his chin has failed him. You tell me about Wendell Oliver, Len.
You know, I love TJ, but I'm not picking you.
Mm-hmm.
The reason is 24 and record, 11 KO TKO. Just that alone, TJ's done.
Yeah.
3 submission, 3 loss by KO TKO, 4 loss by submission.
And that's why Oliver's done.
Well, but Oliver, okay, look, he's 31 years old, but regardless of good stand out,
Uh-huh.
heavy-handed, dude.
Yeah.
He's a striker. His
Right.
hand is like a freaking pile driver, dude.
Yeah.
I just think overall, if this fist go to a TJ Waldburger's chin, it's KO. That's all.
Fair enough.
Right?
Okay. Well, on to the fight past prelims. We have Cody Gibson versus Douglas Silva de Andrade.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Kind of. They're both prospects, actually.
You know, Douglas has 22-1 record. It's a lot of fight. 18
Yeah.
KO TKO, dude. 1 submission.
You are going
29 years old.
with the strikers this time.
I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Are you gonna stick with that?
Striker, it is.
Yeah.
But look, it's a first card though for 135. I
Could
don't
be
know.
big. Could be strong.
You know, he's heavy-handed and good stand out, so I like that.
Okay, Cody Gibson, 12-5 record, 5 wins by KO TKO, 3 wins by sub. He also has 3 losses by submission.
Mm-hmm.
27 years old, trains out of elite team with the likes of Marion and Reneau.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good wrestler with solid stand-up. Actually, he lost against Manny Gambarian in his last fight by
Yeah.
guillotine. But man, was he beating him up bad, like easily. That was almost like a Hail Mary guillotine.
Yeah.
Even in his loss against Aljamain Sterling, who's one of the top prospects in MMA pretty much, he acquitted himself really well. Like I said, he's a solid grappler, and his stand-up is progressively improving.
I agree, and I understand, but I
Yeah.
just thought Douglas have a heavier hand.
Yeah, and he's only had 1 loss
Yeah,
to
dude.
a top prospect and Zubaira Tukugov.
You know, his stand out is, I'm not gonna say it's fantastic, but I think it's enough for his Cody.
Yeah, I'll go with Cody. I think he can mix it up better, but he's gotta definitely be wary of the stand-up.
You know, I go with Douglas because I think his hand can be very, very frightening.
Okay. And the final fight, I got some lower level guys here. It's Ivan George fights Josh Shockley.
See, this is why I say this card's okay.
Okay.
I got Josh. What you got?
I'm going with Ivan George. I think he might be the better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner.
He has a lot of 25-4 records. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 25. Yeah, Ivan George has 25-4 record, 3 wins by KO TKO, 13 wins by sub. He also has 2 losses by KO TKO. He's 34 years old, so I know Shockley's. I think he's still in his 20s. And
and then again his 11-3 records, not that much, 3 KO, TKO, 5 submission, not too impressive, 2 loss by sub, but I don't know. Overall he has a good BJJ. He average stand out, so
and he's the younger guy.
he's a younger guy.
He does train out of Dinland Valley Tudo with the likes of Darren Elkins and Eddie Wineland. Whereas Ivan George trains out of Team Tavares with like Tiago Tavares.
I don't know. I just feel Josh, I'm aiming for surprise.
Well, the thing with Ivan George though is his stand-up's just kind of eh. I would actually say that Shockley's stand-up's probably better than George's. Probably he might even be a better wrestler than him. I don't know. Ivan George, it's tough to say. They're both like lower level guys.
Yeah.
I'm going with George. You're
I'm
going
going
with
with
Shockley.
Josh. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's just recap then, huh?
Okay.
The main card. Okay, so with Frank Mir versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
Bigfoot.
Yep, I got Bigfoot Silva. Edson Barboza fights Michael Johnson.
Leg kick. Barboza, man.
Okay, I got Michael Johnson. Sam Alvey fights Cezar Ferreira.
Alvey.
Okay, I got Cezar Ferreira. Rustam Khabilov fights Adriano Martins.
I think you will regret Martin. Martin is my guy.
Okay, Rustam Khabilov for me. Iuri Alcantara fights Frankie Saenz.
Oh, you're real.
Yep, Iuri Alcantara for me. Santiago Ponzinibbio fights Sean Strickland.
Santiago.
Yep, I got Sean Strickland. On the Fox Sports 1 prelims, Jessica Andrade fights Marion Reneau.
Jessica.
Yeah, I got Marion Reneau. Matt Dwyer fights William Macario.
Mike Dwyer.
Yeah, I got William Macario. Tiago Trator dos Santos fights Mike De La Torre.
Trator.
Yeah, Trator dos Santos here. Wendell Oliver fights TJ Waldburger.
Oliver.
Yeah, I got TJ Waldburger. On the Fight Pass prelims, Douglas Silva de Andrade fights Cody Gibson.
Douglas.
Okay, and I got Cody Gibson. And finally, Ivan George fights Josh Shockley.
Josh.
Okay, I got Ivan George. So that's it for our predictions for UFC Fight Night 61. If you have any comments, just leave them below. You got anything else to say, my man?
What's come on? What's new? What's going on? What's the other fight that interesting than this one?
Well, later on that month, they're gonna have the Vitor Belfort versus Weidman fight, with the co-main being Rousey versus Ngannou.
Rousey.
It was just reported that that's in LA.
Okay.
And on that Friday, there's a big Bellator card, the British Invasion.
Wow.
But also on that Friday in LA, I'm probably gonna go to it. The next Invicta FC card with Chris Cyborg is gonna be there.
See, much more
well.
exciting, right?
Yeah.
Good news.
So
I like that.
watch out for our predictions in regards to those events, and so
We will keep you up to date.
yeah, no problem, and yeah, that's it for MMA for you.
Subscribe us.
Yeah, subscribe to us, guys, and see you guys later.